Good afternoon, YouTube. Doing something a little bit different today, or at least hoping to. Like, I never really plan anything because it never goes right when I do plan something. But check out this view. Up here on the upper end of the Hiwassee River, this is Big Bend, and I'm going to stop at a couple of spots along the river and hopefully catch some perch, trout, bass, whatever. Likely perch and trout. There are, like I said, crappie and bass and stuff like that in this river. Walleye, of course. But up here in this section here, I typically see more yellow perch and trout. So anyway, let's get down the road and try to find us somewhere to fish. All right, I've been down here on this first spot for about 45 minutes now, and this is why I never really plan anything, because I ain't even got a bite. So we're gonna move up the road and see if we can find something. Fish. First one of the day. Probably a trout, and I don't have my net with me, and I can't get down there to the water. At least not with the shoes that I have on. It's a good trout. I'm gonna tire it out for a second. Hell, did I catch my first brown trout? I think I did. Chill, hombre, I'll get you back. Pretty trout. I'm pretty sure that's my first brown trout. I have never caught one before. Right there he goes. Another fish. Ooh, this one feels a little bit bigger than that first one. Oh, it's rubbing against rocks, something awful. What do I have here? I have a very dark, very chunky smallmouth, and that is a lot of hooks, so man, that is a pretty fish. Got a little meat off of that one. I apologize, Mr. Smalley, but you are sure enough a pretty fish. You're one of the darkest smallies I've ever caught too. Let's get you back. Oh, belly flop, I am very sorry. One thing's for sure is when I get home, this mono is coming off of this thing. Check this out. Hopefully I don't drop them, because I just spent way too long trying to get them. But I found me a double bladed panther martin. The hook's not in terrible shape. I mean, it's a little bit rusty, but it's not bad. Huh. Free baits is for me. Fish. It ain't real big. But it is the rainbow I want to tire you out for a second because y'all don't like to stay still. And people, I know somebody's going to complain, like, your hands ain't wet and all this and that and the other, and you're hurting the trout and all that. Alright, it is the next day. I'm going to head up there here in just a minute and hopefully catch some more trout, but y'all probably can't see it, but it's sleeting. This is the first time we've had any kind of snow-ish kind of weather in a while. But probably going to run into CreekFishingAdventures and somebody he's taken up there, or somebody that's going with him. I don't know, but I'm going prepared. Got my net with me. Now, whether or not I'll remember to get it out of my vehicle when I go to fish, that's a whole different story. Alright, we're here. There's that loser in the gray Dodge that's parked next to me. Alright, change of plans. I'm not going to go down those rocks because they weren't catching anything, and I stood up there to watch and see if they were for a few minutes, and they said nothing was biting, so we are going to book it back downstream to a couple of little pull-offs. Oh yeah! Alex done caught one.
Golly, man, look how pretty that one is.
Oh, that one's got a lot of colors.
Oh my God, that's gorgeous, man. Man, I gotta take a picture of that. That is absolutely... Come here. Stop it.
You want me to hold your phone for it, or?
Yeah, I got it. I'm gonna take a picture of my hand.
That is a pretty fish.
That is just beautiful. Alright guys, let's get this one back. I mean, that is probably the prettiest fish I have caught all day long right there. You a freaking spot too. Dude, that's awesome. That's just great. That's fun, man.
Oh yeah.
I gotta do this more.
That trout or something else, pound for pound. They don't stop even when you get them off the hook.
Yeah, dude, I just like it too. I just like the whole, I was telling John, I like the whole vibe of it. It's just like relaxed, like laid back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Use Hank Hill's bait. Crack. Hank Hill's bait.
That's one of my favorite episodes. You got any of that fishing bait? I mean, if you want to call it that.
I was watching it last night and out of nowhere, and I don't know how long I've been watching it, but I was like, why is this in Spanish?
Still, my favorite King of the Hill is when Dale gets that suit of armor. You armorless jackasses. Well, boys and girls, I think we'll call that one done for today.
We can call it a trout fishing video.
What's your channel?
Fishing with Chris.
Fishing with Chris. All right, I'll make sure and link it down below. This is Chris, John's friend. I've seen Chris on John's channel. Finally got to meet him in person. So there you go. Everybody go subscribe. Go subscribe to John's channel. We're going to go get MD. Let's do this.
All right, well, as you can tell, where we fished at yesterday, I didn't catch crap today. John and Alex caught a couple, but I didn't catch anything. So I hopped across the river and come up here to the little mountain creek that we fished in a couple of videos, and we're going to see what all we can find up here. Hopefully some trout, because you know this feeds into the river that we were just fishing at, or farther down the river. Yeah, we didn't catch crap up there, so it's pretty cool getting to meet another YouTuber, Alex Rudd. If you don't know who he is, there'll be a link in the description, so go check out his channel. Let's see if I can get down this bank without eating it, because as many times as I have fell down rocks and down banks, I'm kind of wary about doing this. Got it. I'll let you tire out for a second because y'all like to squirm. See, told you. Pretty little stalker, I guess. I mean, I don't know. He ain't got a lot of colors and he looks a little beat up. And yeah, he's definitely a stalker because he's clipped. But that was fun. I'm not skunked, so that's all that matters. I'm probably going to switch up to something smaller, like a trout magnet or a 1.2 mil minnow or something like that, because they can get this down easily, but they're nipping at it. They're not really biting it. God darn it. Got you that time. What you is, what you is. Well, if it would stay still, it's a trout. Chill out. I'm gonna let you chill for a second. A very healthy trout. That one's got some beautiful colors on it. There you go, see it a little bit better. This one, I'm not entirely sure, but I think this one could be a wild or a stalk or something. Usually the stalkers have the fins right here clipped. All right. Hey, y'all probably can't see it. It's snowing. It's awesome. Us Tennessee folk, we don't never see that there snow. I broke off about 18 times today, and what I caught that one on was a Z-Man PB&J micro finesse. This thing looks just like a little worm sitting on the bottom, and broke off the only micro finesse head that I have, so I put a little Arky sickle head on there. Works just fine. Still stands up like it should, and they're cheaper than the Z-Man heads. Alright, we moved spots again. I don't know how many times I've changed spots today trying to find fish, but that's part of it, and I want to touch on something real quick regarding this. Like, I've had people ask a couple of times, how hard is it to do YouTube and all that stuff. It's not hard. Like, the editing, producing, stuff like that, that is the easy part of being a content creator here on YouTube. The hard part is this getting out, fishing, finding the fish, putting gas in your vehicle, wear and tear on your vehicle, driving all over the place trying to find fish. That is the hardest part about YouTube, and a lot of people really don't understand how hard that part of it really is. And I try to kind of show that in some of my videos every so often. And like today, I've drove probably, well, by the end of the day, close to 100 miles, and not even leave my own county trying to find fish. So, well, YouTube, sometimes you gotta lick your wounds and walk away. Today, he definitely whooped on all three of us. Like, I don't know how many John and Alex did or didn't catch, but I know it wasn't a whole heck of a lot, and I got 2. But, you know, today's weather conditions and yesterday's weather conditions were night and day difference, and that is a massive reason why they probably weren't biting. Like yesterday, it was bluebird sky, or nearly bluebird skies, and sunny and a lot warmer. Today, it's like low 40s, upper 30s, breezy with sleet and snow and a little bit of rain. So that front definitely, yeah, we're just down the road from the gun range, but that front definitely had something to do with it. But fish were caught. That's all that matters. And getting to meet another YouTuber, Alex Red Fishing. Again, links will be in the description to all the channels. So definitely go check those out, and the Instagrams if you don't already follow me or them on Instagram. I try to remember to include my Instagram in the description, that way people can find me on there, and companies that might want to send me stuff can hit me up there. Anyway, I'm cold, hungry, thirsty. Hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching.